Are we streaming? Oh, what's up, Cushman? We are streaming now. We are live. Okay, great. So, this is about the NBA Finals. Hey, Sir Cardinal, what's up, man? So, this is about the NBA Game Finals 2, who I think is going to win. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I hope I am, because the team that I want to win is Toronto. I want the Raptors to win. I want them to win this series. I want them to embarrass Golden State, if possible, because I'm tired of Golden State. But this is what I think is going to happen for Game 2. I think Golden State is going to come back. They looked very angry after Game 1. As you saw, Draymond was fighting with Drake. Uh, so I think that Golden State will bounce back and win Game 2. They can't afford to go 0-2 unless Kevin Durant comes back. Then that's the only way they can afford it. But it's better for them to win this game for them and for my prediction, because I did predict Golden State in 6. But I do hope that the Toronto Raptors can win this series. I'm not a huge Toronto Raptors fan, but I do not like Golden State. So I would rather have them win. What's up, Eagles UK, Sir Cardinal? I see that Eagles UK has been following this channel pretty well, has checked out the last video I did. I made a video, if you guys are unaware, about Jimmy Butler and where I think he will go or stay or whatever. Hint, hint. I know Sir Cardinal is a Raptors fan. I hope that they win Game 2, but I think my prediction is that Golden State bounces back and they take Game 2 because they got destroyed in Game 1. Let's just be honest. It looked bad. Steph Curry was the only one on the Warriors that looked like they knew what they were doing. I agree that it will be close. Sir Cardinal says it will be close, and I agree with that. I think that it will be a lot closer than people say or think. But I think that Golden State, it'll be a close game, but Golden State will win in the end, I would say, by 3 points. I think that's how close it's going to be. I think Toronto, they have the manpower to beat this team. I did not think that they did originally, but after watching Game 1, it changed my whole mindset. But if they bring back Kevin Durant, that's going to be a big thing. Golden State, where they lack is in size, and that's where Toronto thrives. They have the size, and they also have better big men in terms of shooting than Golden State. Golden State only has Draymond Green, who could kind of shoot, and he did not play well Game 1. So I think he will bounce back. Now, let me get this straight. Just because I said Golden State is going to win Game 2 does not mean that I am a Golden State fan or want them to win this series. I want Toronto, like I said, I've said this in my previous video, I want Toronto to win. It'd be pretty cool to see a new winner, a new team beat champions. I just didn't see it, but I can kind of see it now. If Toronto can keep up the way they played, I really don't think it's gonna be really hard. I think for Toronto to keep playing that way, because that was just phenomenal. That was amazing. That was really good. What's up, Chris Senor? As we are talking about your Raptors and Sir Cardinals as well. Both you guys are Toronto fans, and my prediction for Game 2, if you missed this, Chris Senor, because you just stepped in, is that I think Golden State will step back into this series by winning Game 2. I think it'll be very close, but I think Golden State gets the slight win. Sure, you can give your prediction 2-0. In my opinion, I could see that happening as well, but I give the slight edge to Golden State just because they've been there before and they need this win. Yeah, I know he's not Canadian, but he's a Toronto Raptors fan. I know that. He said BRB. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see UK in my streams a lot, which is great. I like that you're supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Soy Cardinal as well means a lot to me that you're supporting the channel. Everybody who supports this channel means a lot. Get your soda poppy, yes. So, yeah, this is what I think. I could be wrong. I'm just going by what I saw in Game 1. I think that Golden State has to bounce back. If the Raptors go up 2-0, then they're going to call the secret weapon Kevin Durant. And I think Kevin Durant will play. Kevin Durant will play in Game 3, in my opinion. If he can go, he will play. And I think that guy will be the X factor after that. I think that's when they'll realize, oh no, we need Kevin Durant, but he's going to leave us. Where he's going to go, nobody really knows right now. Some people say New York Knicks, but it's not for certain. And not a Knicks fan, but living in New York, they always say somebody's going to go to the Knicks, like they said LeBron James and all these other players. It never happens. I really hope I'm wrong and Kevin Durant comes here to the Knicks. I'm just pessimistic because they said LeBron was coming here one summer. He never came. They always have players. Like, even Carmelo, like, they had to trade for him. He didn't come. Like, he wanted to come here, but... And we saw how well that worked out in the end because Carmelo is a ball hog and kind of ruined the Knicks. I am an Orlando Magic fan, so I'm hoping that we could get somebody pretty cool. So my prediction, like I said, Game 2, I think Warriors will take it. If Raptors go up 2-0, that's going to be really significant, but it won't matter because I've seen people go up 2-0 in this NBA Finals and come back, a.k.a. the Raptors. KD to the Clippers, I hope not. I really hope he comes to New York Knicks. New York Knicks need to be good. It would be so good to see the New York Knicks be relevant. And I'm not just saying that because I live in New York. It's just the fact that the Knicks have sucked for too long. So have the Clippers, I guess, in certain ways. But Clippers have been better than the Knicks have been. They at least make the playoffs. They don't really need Kevin. The Knicks need Kevin Durant. They need a guy like that. It would sell crazy tickets. And if he was to win a championship in New York, that would be amazing. Yeah. I think Draymond will play with a lot of anger, and this is why I'm giving them the slight edge. But like I said, I think anybody could win this game. It is possible that Toronto wins. But I'm just giving the slight edge to Golden State because they got humiliated. And I think that once they get humiliated, we've seen this team. They don't lose a lot of back-to-back games. If you realize something about Golden State, they don't lose a lot of back-to-back games. They've been there before. They've been to the finals so many times. They have the experience. They need to win this game. Going down 0-2 is going to be hard to come back from. I think that if they do go down 0-2, they'll be calling KD like, yo, please come back from your injury. We need you. Because this is the problem with Golden State. You don't think he wins a title? No, but he will make the Knicks relevant in terms of making the playoffs all the time. Because, let's face it, the East is not that serious. It's only... They would definitely make the playoffs if they had Kevin Durant. Definitely make the playoffs. KD should go back to OKC and help them out. That would be interesting, but I don't think they have enough money to give Kevin Durant. A lot of this also comes down to who can offer him a max deal. And the Knicks can do that. And I don't think that OKC can do that because they already have Russell Westbrook and Paul George taking up most of the salary. So you have two guys taking up most salary there. But that would be really interesting, Damian. I think Kevin Durant was trying to go east. If he leaves, he's going to go east. Maybe the Clippers. I see the Clippers too. But I think he will either go to New York Knicks or Brooklyn or Clippers. Those are the teams that see KD. But this is not about KD. This is about Golden State. Can they bounce back? Can they win Game 2? And I think they can. I think they're such an experienced team. And I need to see this dynasty go down. If they go down 0-2, chances are they might lose the series. But you never know with them. They're so experienced. If it goes down 0-2, I see it going to Game 7 instead of Game 6, and I have to change my whole prediction. So, but I don't really care about my prediction as much as I care about Toronto winning this series. I would rather see Toronto win. Somebody new. And then I want to see Kawhi stay in a small market team and not go to the Lakers or not go to the Clippers. That would be really cool. I remember when the trade rumors for DeMar DeRozan, it looks like the Spurs lost in that. Now we see how great DeMar DeRozan is compared to Kawhi. Raptors winning in 7, says Damien. I could see that happening. I don't have that as my prediction. I'm still sticking to my prediction. I will not change my prediction until Toronto wins 3 games. Then I will change my prediction. But right now, it's the same prediction, 6 games. But I could see what you're saying, Damien. You're not absolutely wrong about that. I could see it. KD is pulling a LeBron by going back to his team. No, I don't see that happening. I do not see OKC at all. I don't even see it as a possibility. Him and Russell Westbrook don't even get along anymore. I would be really shocked if that's the way they went. Not to say it's impossible, but I just doubt it. I really do. I see him, Kevin Durant, going to a big market team, whether that's LA or New York, but he's going to one of them. That's just, most of the reports say he's already going to the Knicks. Now, I'm pessimistic for the Knicks because I've never seen a big star come here to New York because there's a lot of media pressure and they just can't handle it. KD should come to Chicago. Yeah, that would be great. But the thing is that KD wants to go where there's going to be players going, and supposedly, like, Kevin Durant is trying to get Kyrie Irving to come to the Knicks. And then the Knicks are trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Knicks have horrible ownership. This is why I don't... James Dolan is so bad. This is why I don't see anybody coming here. But I guess Steve Perry and them are going to try their hardest. No way. I do not see KD to the Pelicans. If that's what you mean, Brandon Rogers. They got Paul George, the lesser KD. Yeah, Paul George is way lesser than KD. Damien says, hell no, and I agree with that. I don't see that happening at all. So, yeah, I don't really see that either. So that's my prediction up there. I think Golden State will win Game 2. Now, I'm not saying I know anything, like somebody told me, sources or anything like that, but this is just from the gut. This is what I think is going to happen, only because they really do need to win Game 2. And they don't really lose back-to-back a lot. If you look at their history, they usually lose one game, then they'll win the next. And they look like they were furious in that game. Draymond Green looks like he wants to punch Drake, even though he's kind of friends with Drake because he's a great singer. So, yeah. Didn't you want Paul George, Zane Winder? KD, Zion, and AD. Yes. What Knicks don't get players because of media? Yeah, the Knicks a lot of times don't get players because they're scared of the big media. You will get questions here. Fans will be at your throats. If you're not playing well, fans will let you know in New York. The media here is crazy, Eagles. Eagles, you've been here a while, and I do enjoy the support, so I will make sure to make you a moderator. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so who do you think will trade with Grizzlies to get Morant? Actually, big news on that, Damien. I don't think the Grizzlies take him. They may take RJ Barrett now. They may not trade, but they may just take RJ Barrett. Hey, what's up, Kurum? We're just talking NBA finals predictions. As you see, the final predictions are up there. And then we're having fun with free agency and all this stuff as well. I think Golden State will bounce back and will win Game 2. If they do not, I won't be shocked. It's not like, they won't win overwhelmingly. They will. I think that they would win by like 3-4 points. That's it. That's all I give them. But I think that they need this win. Yeah, we can definitely talk about it, Kurum. But what is your prediction for Game 2? Clay staying with the Warriors. Yeah, he's probably gonna stay. And I think Clay may have a bigger Game 2 than normal. Brandon Rogers says 106 to 101 Raptors. I definitely see that score. But I don't know. I could see that score, but I just think it's the other way around. I think that it's Golden State that is winning this game 106 to 101. Around that score makes sense. KD is not playing. They've won without KD before. KD will come back in Game 3, I think, if they go down 0-2. KD to Timberwolves. I don't see that, Brandon Rogers. Kevin Durant is going to go to a big market team. He's not looking to go to Timberwolves, although that would not be that bad of a team for him. KD is out for Game 2, but that does not change my prediction in the slightest. What I know also, you guys forget this, one thing about Golden State is they've had a lot of rest. So when they came back to play Game 1, they were very rusty. I think that they took this team for granted. They don't have many matchups against Toronto. They don't know how to match up against Toronto. So now they're going to kind of try to figure it out after Game 1. And they're not going to be as rusty because they already got a game under their belt. And this team does not lose back-to-back that very often in NBA playoffs. If you look, they rarely lose back-to-back. So that's just what I think. And going to stick with my prediction until after the game tomorrow, and then we'll find out what happens. So if you guys want to talk NBA free agency, Kurum, I have a video up on my channel already about NBA free agency. I already started it off. I mean, it was about Jimmy Butler. So I'll talk about this a little bit here. But please, guys, nobody here I don't think has really, maybe they checked it out. I don't know. Maybe they didn't just want to comment. But I talked about how Jimmy Butler is going to stay in the 76ers if he's offered that max contract. That's what I think. I do not see him leaving if he's offered a max contract. I think he would stay in Philly. I think they really want him there. Now, Jimmy Butler does like New York a lot. I could see him ending up either on the Knicks or the Nets. One of those teams. Because if Kevin Durant texts you, I'm pretty sure you would want to go to that team. If Kevin Durant leaves and goes to the Knicks. Like, I don't believe that's going to happen, that Kevin Durant's going to the Knicks, just because I've never seen a superstar go to the Knicks. But this could be the first time where that actually happens. Jimmy Butler, yeah. Honestly, Karam, when I made this channel to report that kind of news as well. Not just do play-by-plays, but have a lot of sports news and all that fun stuff. I will say the Nets. I could see that happening. The funniest thing was somebody on the video said LA Lakers, and I didn't even think about that. I cannot see Jimmy Butler going to LA. I mean, not to say it's impossible, because I've seen once Kevin Durant joined Golden State, it was like anything is possible now. That would be somebody LeBron would love to have. That's the problem, Karam. He could earn a max contract. So I just hope that he declines the max contract and comes to the Orlando Magic. I think Orlando would be the perfect fit for Kemba. The reason I say that he's a perfect fit for Orlando Magic is because Orlando Magic needs a point guard really badly. You know what I mean? They need a point guard really badly. That's one position. That and shooting guard is where they're lacking. They're okay with the power forward and the center. And they need a small forward too, although Jonathan Isaac could kind of play that role. I would love to see Kemba Walker come to the Orlando Magic. I think that would be a better fit for him than actually the team that he's on currently. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Magic fan. I think it just makes sense. I don't know if they will get him because nobody wants to go to these small market teams once free agency's up. For some reason, they always tend to go to big market or stay where they are. So he may just stay, but I hope that he can come to the Magic. It would be great. Yeah, but the thing is, there's only so many big market teams, Kurum. And what these guys got to realize is that going to small market is better in the sense that you don't have as much pressure put on you. And Kemba is not like a superstar. So, and Orlando's a nice place. Like, Orlando is a nice place in Florida. Why wouldn't a guy want to come there? I am hoping that we could at least get Kemba Walker. I'm hoping we could get somebody. The Magic need a point guard. They're not that bad of a team. They're not that far away from competing a lot more. He better not go to the Lakers. They suck. Well, Lakers suck because they don't have any players. So if Jimmy Butler went to the Lakers and they have LeBron James, instant playoff team, first of all. And then second of all, they just need like one more person to actually compete with Golden State, maybe. Who's G.O.D. instead of Jimmy Butler? I don't know. You said Dallas, New York. New York? Nah. New York doesn't. New York's going for Kyrie. So that's why I don't think he should go there. I don't care what market is small. It is about winning. And the Orlando Magic is not a bad team. They were in the playoffs. And if they could get a guy like Kemba Walker, he would be on a winning team and his stats would be decent. I don't see why this is such a crazy thought. We need a superstar. Well, a star. He's a star. Sorry. Kyrie's going to LA. I don't know if he'll go to LA. Because that means he's got to swallow his pride and be like, let me play with LeBron James again. Remember how great that worked out last time? I could see it, but that would be a terrible mistake for Kyrie Irving to go there. I think him and Kevin Durant should go to the Knicks, help the Knicks out. The Knicks deserve it. They really have been bad for too long. And I'm not even a Knicks fan. Yeah, I can't see Kyrie going to the Clippers, that's for sure. I think Kawhi should stay in Toronto. I would love... This is why I hope Toronto wins this series. Because if Toronto wins this series and they offer Kawhi a supermax contract, I don't think there's any way he could leave. Oh, God? I would love Jimmy Butler on the Orlando Magic. I don't think it would have been that impossible, but with the supermax that they could give him or the max, yeah, I don't see him coming here. And I can't blame him for that because 76ers are already a better team than the Magic. And he would be crazy to turn down that money. The only thing is I could see, but the thing is, if the Knicks wanted Jimmy Butler, they would give Kevin Durant the max and then Kyrie the max, and then Jimmy would have to take a little bit of pay cut, and I don't see him doing that. Although I think he's a guy that would fit in New York so well. Can you imagine that team, what I just said right now? And then they still have the 3rd overall pick, which they could take RJ Barrett and trade it or something. Although the Grizzlies may take RJ Barrett now that Morant is injured. And it's kind of scaring them. So there's a lot of pieces that are moving into... There's going to be a lot of pieces going on. I don't think Kevin Durant would be the first guy that signs. I think Kyrie would be the first. Kyrie is definitely out of Boston. Can we all agree on that at least? Yeah. Zane Winder, as much as you hate Ben Simmons, he's still a good player. He can still score the basketball, just not by shooting. He can get dunks and he can get easy layups and he can rebound. What if I was Ben Simmons? What I would do this summer is work on my jump shot. Whether it's a 3-point shot or a mid range, you need at least a mid range. He doesn't even have a mid range shot. He needs to develop that shot. If he could develop that shot, he would be unstoppable. He would be crazy. He's already pretty good. Imagine if he had a shot, then he'd be unstoppable. Exactly, 2 max free agents. That's why I said that if Jimmy Butler was even to come to New York, and let's say they already signed Kyrie, then he would have to take a pay cut. So I don't think he would do that. The biggest chips are where does Kyrie go? Where does Kevin Durant go? I think Kyrie would be the first person to sign probably because I know he wants to get out of Boston. I could definitely see Kevin Durant going to LA Clippers though as well. But I think he just saw what Kawhi did in the East, and he's like, yo, if I was in the East, I'd be making the finals. I think he really believes that. Well, I'm saying, Zane, that he should try to learn how to shoot. It's not the worst thing in the world. That's the biggest thing. Where is AD going? I think the Knicks are going to try to trade for him. I know that the Lakers want him, but the owner said over his dead body that he would trade him to the Lakers. Which I think the Lakers would actually be hurt if they got Anthony Davis because they would trade their whole team for Anthony Davis. It'd just be LeBron and Anthony Davis, and that is not enough. You need somewhat of a bench. Knicks gonna have Tobias Harris. Yeah, Tobias Harris would not cut it. That would not be enough. 80 to Clippers, but they would have to trade some players around, and I don't know. I don't know if the Pelicans would want. I don't know if the Pelicans would want that trade from the Clippers. Everything is it's all speculation, right? But we'll see. Oh, yeah, Zane Winder. Tobias Harris to the Magic. Goes back to his old team. I would love it. We need a small forward. I loved Tobias Harris when he was on the Magic. I was very upset when they traded him. Very upset. I just think that the Magic need a point guard. Kemba Walker makes the perfect sense. They should try to attain him. Pelicans can remain competitive. Yes, they can, but Anthony Davis just wants to be out. He does not want to stay. He said it again that he wants to be out. Even though they're going to take Zion, he wants to leave. Anthony Davis to Chicago, what would be the trading pieces for that? Because I don't know how Chicago would attain him and whether. You also got to remember, Anthony Davis still has 1 more year on his contract left. So if a team traded him, they would need to make sure that he would want to stay with that other team. Because he only has a 1 year deal. And then after that, he could bounce on your team. Bigger Mike. Okay, I didn't make a video on this trade of the CP3 is because nobody would trade for CP3. Nobody is going to pay Chris Paul $40 million a year. That is ridiculous. And you have to match the contracts, and no. I just don't see a trade happening. I don't think Kemba's that happy there, Zane Winder. I think you need to look at the news about Kemba. I was about to say Zemba. Yeah, a 1 year rental. And the CP3 trade is ridiculous. I think Houston wants to get rid of players, but once teams look at that contract, they can't. No team's going to want to take a $40 million old, aging player, too. And he's really old already. Yeah, his contract is too much. So that is why I don't see him getting traded. Data's acting up. Okay. He loves Charlotte. Everyone said he loves the city. We'll see, Zane. I'm just saying my dream scenario for the Magic would be to get Kemba Walker. That's all I said. Because I've heard reports that he wants to leave Charlotte too. So there's conflicting reports here, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Krum. I've heard that he's upset with Charlotte. He thinks it's not a winning team, and he'd rather go to a winning team. Well, you're not going to go to the Knicks because they're probably going to get Kyrie. They're not going to want you. If they don't get Kyrie, I could definitely see him go to the Knicks. But Kemba Walker and Kevin Durant, that's not that great. You're still going to need another player. RJ Barrett? But what if the Grizzlies take RJ Barrett? Because now that Moran is having his surgery, they're kind of scared, the Grizzlies. Apparently, this is news that I was going to talk about, but I just want to make sure that that is factual. But we will cover, this channel will cover the NBA draft live. Definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I actually look forward to it more than the NFL draft. Because the Knicks are gonna, I want to see what the Knicks do. I want to see if they get RJ Barrett, or are they going to have to take Moran because that's the guy that falls to them. You love loyalty in sports? There's no loyalty in sports, Zane Winder. I mean, Shaquille left Orlando. Dwight Howard left Orlando. Shaquille had every right to leave Orlando because they kind of lowballed him. But then they matched his offer, but it was too late. He was already into LA. So I can't blame him for that. Dwight Howard leaving, on the other hand, complaining constantly that he wants to leave Orlando Magic when he was a superstar in Orlando and he sucked after that, was the biggest mistake, and he regrets it even himself. And nobody can tell me that that wasn't a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Well, Kura, they're scared. The thing is, when somebody gets injured, you got the second overall pick, they're scared that he may get hurt again. Because when you do get injured once, a lot of times you start getting injured again and again. And they call that injury prone. Now, some people either believe in this or they don't. I kind of do because you can see trends. Once you hurt your knees or anything serious like that, it can happen over and over. And second overall pick. So they don't want to mess it up. Grizzlies don't want to mess it up. I wouldn't blame them if they took RJ Barrett, a healthy guy who's just as good, if not better than Moran. Some people you could make the case that RJ Barrett should be the first overall. But Zion is, to me, the best, and then RJ Barrett probably the second, and Moran is my third. Isaiah Thomas was loyal to Boston. Yeah, they screwed him over. Isaiah Thomas, he never ever recovered from those injuries too, though. He had injury problems too. It wasn't just Boston. And remember, he went with LeBron James, and that didn't work out. They got rid of him there too, in Cleveland. Basketball and sports in general is nothing about loyalty. It should be, but it's about winning. And some of these superstars picture themselves like, oh, I'll live in LA and I'll be this great thing. But maybe you can't handle the pressure. Like Dwight Howard was not able to handle it. And he couldn't even play in Houston. He couldn't play in any other team. Orlando was his perfect fit, and he didn't even know it. Dwight Howard messed up his whole career for that. Chris Paul to Lakers. I think the Lakers, that would be the stupidest move for the Lakers to take Chris Paul. They're going to have to take a big contract. It's not going to help their team out that much. Because Chris Paul, he's getting worse and worse every year, not better. So that would be really stupid for the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are a dumb organization, and I could see them doing something stupid like that because of LeBron James. But that would be the stupidest move. If I was any team, I would stay away from that contract. but it's not impossible. What's up, Chad? I saw your comments, and I just had a question. Not to say it's impossible, it would be kind of interesting. But why did you say Jimmy Butler to the Lakers? Was there something that made you think that he's going to go there? When someone like John Stockton plays the whole... Yeah, that's awesome. That doesn't happen much anymore, Zane Winder. I think you will have that in Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is a guy who stays loyal and will stay to his team. He's always hanging out there. Yeah. Players... I mean, it's not impossible, Chad. I don't think it's impossible. I could definitely see Jimmy Butler going to the Lakers. I think LeBron would be very happy with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a hard worker. He's a great defensive player. Pretty good shooter, too. It's funny. See, this is where Ben Simmons could learn from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, when he first came in the league, he couldn't shoot that well. But he took time, practiced his shot, and became really good at it. This is what Ben Simmons needs to do. That's what I think. Lakers should bring back Kobe from retirement. That would be pretty funny. CP3 going back to the Pelicans. The Pelicans don't want him, Damian. Nobody wants to eat $40 million for 3 years extra. $40 million for 3 years? So, which team would take that contract? I don't see it happening. He is stuck in Houston. Houston made a big mistake when they gave him the Supermax, and they're going to have to stick with him, and it sucks. Well, Steph Curry's staying loyal to the Warriors because, guess what? The Warriors are amazing. Why would he leave that place? And they're amazing because of him and a few of the other players that they drafted. They are a homegrown team except for Kevin Durant. Draymond Green was drafted by them. Klay Thompson was drafted by them. Steph Curry was drafted by them. See, that's a good one. Clint Capella can help a lot of teams. And I think that they would be willing to trade him. I just don't know why the Houston Rockets want to trade him. I don't think he's that bad of a player to be traded. I don't know why they want to destroy their whole team. They weren't that far away from beating the Warriors this year. I mean, they still took them to Game 6 or whatever. So it's like, why? Why are they looking to destroy their team? I don't understand it. I think a team that needs a big man, though. The thing is about Clint Capella is, like, not that many people go by big man nowadays. Hey, Taylor S., what's going on? We were just talking about Golden State earlier, and now we're just talking NBA free agency where we think players will land or whatever. And just having fun with the NBA right now. What is going on with you, Taylor S.? Taylor S., can you please remind me and the rest of this chat, which team do you like in the NBA? I'm trying to think of a good team for Clint Capella. It's hard. Anybody who needs a big man could use him. A couple hours ago, Bradley Beal to OKC. Why is that ridiculous? That would be... If you guys got Bradley Beal, that would help your team a lot, Carl. I think Bradley Beal would be awesome for your team. That'd be that third piece you're missing. Oh, the NBA bores you? I think the NBA is really interesting. Not as interesting as the NFL, but even the NFL, it's like, with the penalties, it's ridiculous. Like, you can't hit anybody anymore in the NFL. Look at the trade package. Well, I would only look at it, Karam, if you put the link in here or you tell me what the trade is, and then we can discuss it. I won't look at it while I'm streaming. Unless you put it in the chat or something, then I can look at it. I think Mitchell going to play his whole career with the Jazz, and that would be pretty cool to see him. But you never know. These players, they change their mind. They get tired. They think that, oh, I'm not winning, so I need to leave this team. But Dwight Howard, I don't know why he left. If you think about it, he was playing really well there in Orlando. And they were going to like the playoffs, and they even went to a finals with him. I still don't understand that. Wait, so Taylor, do you like the Dallas Cowboys? Are you a Dallas Cowboys fan? What's up, Colby Alberson? I think you told me what team you like in the NBA, but I am so sorry, I cannot remember. So can you please remind me, which NBA team do you like? And is there any free agent you want your NBA team to get? Nuggets? Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Nuggets are a good team. Um, Nuggets are going to be really good next year, I think. Once Michael Porter Jr. finally plays, I think that the Nuggets will be... not next year, sorry. I mean this year. When the NBA season ends, obviously, and the next one starts, I think that that team is going to be even better. They got Michael Porter Jr., who hasn't even played. He could be a star. So if he could play well, oh man, they're going to be even better. And they already have Jokic, or however you say his name. Oh, Taylor S. is a fan of the Cowboys. Damn you, Taylor. Damn you, Taylor, to hell. Why the Cowboys? Oh, man. Oh, do not like that team. The way Donovan is about, he always reps my city, and I love it. What a great dude. Yeah. I forgot, Taylor. I think you said it before. I always try to remember everybody's teams, but it's like, we talk to so many people. I try to understand, try to remember everybody's team, but it's so hard to remember when you deal with so many people every day coming into your streams and stuff. But I will remember that now, Taylor S., that you are a Cowboys fan, and oh my God. You're a great supporter, but damn, Cowboys, damn. It was Steven Adams draft picks, Jeremy Grant, Terrence Ferguson for Dwight Howard and Bradley Beal. I would do that trade if I was OKC. I would do that trade. Why not? You don't need big men anymore, I feel like, Carl. Taylor S., I didn't think you were a Cowboys fan because you're very humble. No, it's nothing that bad about the Cowboys. Giants fan here, so you expect me not to like the Cowboys, right? And I don't. It's nothing against you, Taylor S. It's just they're in my division, and they're annoying. The players, not the fans. Some fans are really annoying, but you seem pretty cool. I didn't even know. I can usually tell by how a person talks that they're a Cowboys fan or not. Yeah, but you get Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal will change your team, Zanewinder. As a third player on your team, Bradley Beal can shoot threes, and he would be really good on OKC. I don't think Steven Adams is better than Bradley Beal. So essentially, you're trading Steven Adams for Bradley Beal. I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't know how great Jeremiah Grant is, but you tell me, Karam, because I don't really pay attention to the OKC Thunder that much. But I would rather have Bradley Beal. I don't think that trade is that bad. Taylor S. left because I said something bad about the Cowboys. I think, though, Taylor S., that you guys will win the division. I think it's Cowboys first place, Eagles second place, Giants third, and the Redskins fourth. Or the other way around, Redskins third and Giants fourth. He can defend, and his three-point shot has gotten better. Yeah, but Bradley Beal is a 40-something three-point shooter. Why wouldn't you want him? I love Bradley Beal. That'd be it. If he was leaving a team or trading, Dak. Okay, Taylor S. Let me tell you something about Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott is a game manager. I don't think. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Colby. Feel better. You're an awesome guy. I hope you feel better. But let me get back to Taylor S.'s question about Dak Prescott. Okay, so Dak Prescott to me is an average quarterback. He's a good game manager and he doesn't take risks, which is a very good thing for some quarterbacks. I think he's middle of the road. He's not bad, but he's not great. He's just good. He's just decent. Um, he could be better, I feel like, but he doesn't take. There's some quarterbacks that take a lot of chances. He doesn't really take any chances. He'll only throw it to you if he's wide open. I think that he will be a lot better this year because of the weapons that they have. I think that Gallup is looking better. He's going to be better this year. They have Cooper, and then they have a guy that I like that they picked up, Randall Cobb. As your number 3, he is not a bad receiver. So my point is that Dak is a game manager. I would not. I mean, it's hard to say you wouldn't pay him $30 million because you need a quarterback, but that's just a lot of money for Dak Prescott. But I guess you have to give it to him. $30 million, just a lot. The Cowboys' bread and butter is Ezekiel Elliott, is the running back. So it makes Dak Prescott's job a lot easier. In that division, in the Giants division, I think Carson Wentz is the best quarterback, but he always gets hurt. Dak Prescott is probably the second best quarterback. Then it's between Dwayne Haskins and Eli Manning. So I'm going to go with Eli Manning because he's professional. He's been playing for a while. And Haskins. Until Haskins does something, he's the worst quarterback in the division because he hasn't played. But once we see him play, I think that he could be really good. Yeah, which is but I think you guys have a really good team, Taylor S. I think you'll probably be either, I would say either 10-6 or 11-5. That's what I have the Cowboys projected as. Mr. Clapper. Yeah, Jason Garrett, your coaching is also a little bit suspect, but with that team, they got talent all around. Amari Cooper, they got him, and they have Ezekiel. Ezekiel is one of the best, man. Why are you dizzy, Colby? I hope everything's okay. I know what it feels like to be sick. I missed a whole week or 2 of YouTube because I was so sick. I mean, I wasn't dizzy, but I was not feeling well. So I hope you feel better, Colby. Jason Garrett is a clapper. What you say about Dak? That's what I said. I said Dak is average. That's exactly what I said, Papi Chulo. I said he's average. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. That's exactly what I said. That was my assessment of him. Papi Chulo Chad. I said, but he's still the second best quarterback in that division because I think Carson Wentz is the best, and then he's the second best, and then it's Eli, and then after Eli is Haskins. The reason Haskins at the bottom is because I haven't seen him play in the NFL. Now, if he plays really well, he'll probably pass Eli easily because I don't think Eli's that great. I think he's really fallen off. I still think that the Cowboys have a more complete team than the Eagles, and I think that they will win the division with the Eagles being in second place in that division. Wait, Papi Chulo Chat, you're a Giants fan, right? Eli Manning does stink now. He was a great Giant for when he played, but he stinks now. I agree. My thoughts on Derek Carr? Oh my God. Derek Carr is the most frustrating quarterback because when he first came to the league, he was playing really, really well. Then he started playing horribly, and I wondered what happened, and I still can't figure it out. He's so inconsistent. He could have a really good game, and then he's followed by a really bad game. I think Derek Carr is not that good. Um, but I think that this year will show us how good Derek Carr is because he has Antonio Brown. If he cannot be good with Antonio Brown, then he is terrible. Um, because come on, that guy, no matter what, he's a diva. You guys can all say that. You guys can all hate on. He's a bad teammate and all this stuff. But he is one of the most talented receivers in the NFL. And if you can't have that as a quarterback and be good with that, it shows something about how good of a quarterback you are. I mean, Derek Carr was a Pro Bowler, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I liked how we switched from the NBA to NFL. Seems to always happen. Raiders ain't doing nothing against my Broncos. Yes. Oh, Joe Flacco is not good. No. But Joe Flacco is a guy, when you're in the playoffs and you have Joe Flacco, it's the quarterback you want. Because Joe Flacco, he can be really streaky in the playoffs. But you have to get there first. And I do not see the Broncos getting to the playoffs this year. I'm sorry, Colby. I know that's your team. I don't want to disrespect your team like that, but I just do not see them going to the playoffs with Flacco. Unless Locke comes in and he's really good, but I doubt it. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. That's what I said. He was really good in the playoffs, but that was a long time ago. Colby. Have you seen him lately? He lost his job to Lamar Jackson, who can't complete a pass. Lamar Jackson just uses his legs to win games. Locke has a strong arm. I'm hoping Locke is good for you, but because I would rather have Locke than Daniel Jones. I had Locke projected higher in my quarterbacks that are rookies as the third best quarterback in the draft. Kyler Murray, Haskins, Locke, and then Daniel Jones. Because of the Ravens. Yeah. Joe Flacco also said he wouldn't mentor Locke, which I think was stupid. I think he should. But then again, he's scared because he probably will lose his job. What Joe Flacco needs to make sure, if he wants to hold on to his job, he's got to make sure that they win games. As soon as they start losing, they're going to be like, yo, Locke, this is your team now. The footage I've seen, Raiders camp Carr and beat. I hope so. I'm not saying Carr is a bad quarterback, Zane Winder, but I'm saying he needs to bounce back because he's had some pretty bad years. I think that this may be the year where he can bounce back. But I also know that John Gruden, I don't know how much he believes in Derek Carr. So we'll see how that goes. So back to the NBA now, as I would like to go back to the NBA. I just have a quick question. Where do you guys see Kevin Durant going? Do you see him going to the Knicks? Because this is the biggest question. Where do you see Kevin Durant going? Imagine he just stays in Golden State. I would be so mad if he stays in Golden State. I would be so mad if he stays in Golden State. Knicks are staying gold. Yeah, I see him going to the Knicks. But I think he would ask another superstar to come with him. I don't think he would do a LeBron and just sign with the Knicks right away. I think he would be like, you would see Kyrie sign, and then Kevin Durant would be like, Kyrie is signing? Okay, let me sign too. and then he will sign. He's not going to do a LeBron, where LeBron did last year was so stupid. He just went to the Lakers and just signed. He didn't even care who was there. He just thought people would come to LA because it's LA. But a lot of people do get scared of those big market teams as well. I agree with you, Zane. That's why I said this year they have Antonio Brown. So I don't want to hear any excuses. Because that is one of the best receivers in the NFL. But going back to the NBA, Zane Winder, where do you see Kevin Durant going? Did you guys agree with my video that if Jimmy Butler... Oh, Knicks, yeah. That's what a lot of people are saying. I think the same. But like I said, I think he would be the second superstar. Not the first superstar, but the second one. I think he's going to assess the situation. He's going to look around and be like, okay, is Kyrie coming? Kyrie's coming? Okay. He probably texted Kyrie already. Like, him and Kyrie are probably texting like, yo, let's join New York Knicks. Staying with Golden State. If Nuggets got KD, it doesn't make sense. They don't really need him, Colby. that fit doesn't make sense. They have Michael Porter Jr., who I think is going to be really good. And I don't think they have enough money to sign KD, but that would be cool to see him there. Golden State, Zane Winder, if he stays in Golden State, I will be so mad at all the reporters on ESPN for saying that he's going to the Knicks and it's a done deal. You could pretty much book it because they've been talking about this for weeks now. No, months actually. Colby's stupid in the NBA. Well, don't be stupid. Learn NBA. Stop dreaming, Katie. Yeah, when basketball, I will be doing a lot of NFL content too, but I'm just waiting for basketball to be completely finished. And also, not just be like finished. I want it to just talk a lot about NFL when there's a lot more things going on. Right now, it's just OTAs. Well, Karam, that's funny because I don't work too far from Madison Square Garden, so if it's rocking, it may bother me. Katie Knicks with Harris? Really? Just Tobias Harris? I want to see, like, another player. I really hope they could get Jimmy Buckets or they could get Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie would be so happy in New York. It's so fit for him. He's from Jersey, so it makes sense for him to go to New York. Jersey, New York, right there. It's all just so close. If he goes to LA, I want to punch him in the face. Because it's like, dude, you were complaining about LeBron, trade me out of here, and now you just join him again. It'd be so annoying. Not that he doesn't have the right to do it, it'd just be annoying. Oh, great question. Karam says, what do you think about Doc Rivers getting fined? I think that was complete bullshit. They should not have fined him for that. I think it was bullshit. And the reason I think it's bullshit is because they asked him on ESPN, like, they asked him his thoughts about Kawhi Leonard, and he just said his thoughts. Like, don't invite the guy on ESPN. If you're going to say he can't talk about Kawhi Leonard, then you say that on ESPN. But that was not, that's not tampering, man. I don't think that's tampering. Just saying that the player is really good. So what? People do that kind of stuff all the time. But he did compare him to Michael Jordan, and I think that was insanity within itself. I love Kawhi Leonard. Recently, I love him. I didn't love him so much before, but I love how he's playing in these finals. I love how he's played throughout this playoffs. I got to give him credit. And, yeah, I just think it's bullshit that they fined him for that. Katie hates LeBron. I don't know if he hates LeBron. I saw them in a car before, hanging out in that one video. I think that they're pretty close, actually, Colby. I don't think he hates him. I just think he don't want to be second to LeBron. That's why he's not joining LeBron. He wants to be a superstar, which he is. It's not tampering, and that's why it's stupid. And also the fact that they asked him a question about it, and he said that. It wasn't tampering, in my opinion, either, and it was unfair, and they should rescind that 50K. Stephen A. Smith is working really hard, I heard, to get the NBA to take that fine back, because it's not really tampering. Tampering would have been like he went to Kawhi's house and had dinner with him. That's more like tampering. He don't want to be on the same team as LeBron. I just said that, Colby, because he don't want to be a sidekick. But he doesn't hate him. They're friends. Oh, they're LeBron and Kevin Durant are friends, man. These NBA players are all friends with one another. It's not like the old school days. The old school days, a lot of the players hated one another. Oh, I will too. I will have all... When the NFL starts, man, it's going to be like nothing but NFL, Karam. Even before that. And I will have fantasy football coverage as well, because I love fantasy football and I want to get that on the channel too. Football is my favorite sport to watch, Karam. Basketball is my favorite sport to play, and my second favorite sport to watch. Well, thank you, Karam, and I really appreciate you following this channel. This is a new channel, hoping to grow, and I'm hoping the NFL helps me, and the NBA Finals do, and all the coverage that I do. Hope it makes me grow, and so far I see that it has. And I appreciate all my subscribers and followers on this channel. You don't want to be on the same team. I already read that. Okay, so we talked about Kevin Durant enough. Now let's talk about... While I cover for NFL, it'll be all over the place, man. So many things. Of course, I'll be calling the games, the Giants games specifically. So I'll be calling games. I'll be talking about any injuries or any trades or anything that happens. And I'll be talking about fantasy football. Just a lot of football stuff, man. It's going to happen, especially on Sundays. Maybe a lot of streams. A lot of like calling games and a lot of streams for football. Football is my most... It's sport I love to watch. 2020 finals prediction? Wait, what? For NBA? How could I do that? That's impossible. There's a lot of free agents that are going to be all over the place. That is impossible, Zane Winder. I cannot do that. There's no way I could do finals predictions right now. Do the Broncos play the Giants, Colby? I don't get Broncos games here. Thunder versus Bucks. Damn, Kerm really believes in his team to put them in the finals. I like that. Yeah. Maybe they'll do like a Monday night game. If Broncos are playing a Monday night football game, I will call that. I will be calling Monday night football as well. Jazz versus Matt. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be me against you, Zane Winder. I don't see that happening, but I would love that. Obviously. Well, yeah, I don't know, it's hard, Karam, because the West is so difficult. There's the Rockets, there's Golden State, there's a lot of teams in the West that are very competitive. San Antonio, the Nuggets. The Nuggets will be a lot better, Colby. I am telling you right now. Yeah. Wait, this is also Thursday night football, so I might be covering Thursday night. I'm going to try to cover Thursday night football, Monday night football, and a Sunday afternoon game. So that's what's going to pretty much happen for NFL. Broncos versus Raiders. Is that a Thursday night game? What? When is Broncos versus Raiders? Is that like a Thursday or a Monday night? I hope that would be really cool. Is that really the first game that they're facing each other? Broncos versus Raiders. I see Colby doing his predictions for teams, and I do enjoy those videos. I think they're very interesting. Zane Winder, I still have not seen your Blu-ray video, and I'm upset. Oh, it's a late Monday night. I might still try to call it. We'll see. Because I hate this on week 1. They do 2 Monday night games. And I hate that they do one early and one late. Because that one is going to end really, really late in New York. Because if it starts at like 10:30, it's going to end at like 2? I don't even know. But I think I would love to call that game because that's Colby versus Zane. That would be so interesting to call if I can stay awake. Kurum, what is your favorite team in football? I understand Zane Winder, but another one bites the dust. Taylor S, Cowboys, and now Kurum Cowboys. Oh my god. Why? We were friends. Now I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. For anybody who's watching this and not in this chat, if you can please subscribe, hit the bell. There'll be a lot of videos, a lot of sports coverage all over. College sports, not a really big college sports kind of guy. Eagles, I'm sorry. I like to stick to professional sports. I don't even have a team in college football. I think if I had a team, it would be USC because I just watch a lot of their games, but I don't know. Not a big college football guy, to be honest, because the NFL is around the same time, and when NFL is around, I just stick to NFL. What is your favorite college football team, Eagles? What team I root for? Yeah, we're having too many Cowboys fans, and this is upsetting me because I thought we were friends, but yeah, it's not the same. There's so many Cowboys fans. I think Cowboys fans are the second most. They have the second highest fan base. Number 1, I think, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. AB was wearing a Utah hoodie, even though he played at Central Michigan. What the hell? That is so weird. That is so weird, Zane Winder. Zane, you live in Utah? I don't think he lives in Utah. I just think he likes the Jazz. Which is interesting because I don't know that many people. Oh, you do live in Utah. I didn't know that. I don't know that many people that like the Utah Jazz. I'm guessing Utah doesn't have a football team, so that's why he went with Oakland. So now I gotta ask you this, Zane. how do you feel that the Oakland Raiders will beat the Vegas Raiders? And now going back to NBA because we keep switching and I really want to stick to NBA. Where do you guys see Kyrie Irving going? Do you also see him going to the Knicks or the Lakers? Because I think Kyrie Irving will go to the Knicks. Kevin Durant will go to the Knicks. This is the highest chances that this is what happens. But nobody knows for sure, right? We all are just guessing. You know it now, Karam. What do you mean, since I told you? Jazz have lots of international. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Eagles UK, do you follow the Movie Critic channel? I think you do. Because there will be reviews coming up for Godzilla and some other movies. Well, I wouldn't understand why anybody would hate the Magic, especially if you're a OKC fan. There's no hatred for me against OKC. I actually drafted Russell Westbrook in the first round of my fantasy basketball. He played well, but he kind of disappointed me at times. But I had a late first round pick, so I took Russell Westbrook. And then I took Kawhi. I took Russell Westbrook and Kawhi Leonard back to back. Now, I didn't win the championship in my fantasy basketball league, but where'd I get to? I got to the semifinals. Who's my least favorite NBA team? Oh, man. That is so hard because I think the Lakers are my least favorite NBA team, to be honest. No, sorry, I take that back. It's not the Lakers. I know who it is. The Boston Celtics are my least favorite NBA team. My least favorite NBA team is the Boston Celtics. Warriors? No. Not Warriors. Fantasy basketball is fun, Zane Winder. This is what I'm trying to tell people. They always say, oh, you only know movies and whatever. But I did a lot of fantasy. Okay, why the Celtics? Because when the Magic were good, the Celtics were good at the same time. And they used to always beat us. We could never get to the finals. Except for 1 year, we did beat them and got there. And they used to be like our biggest rivals. When we had Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, and Dwight Howard, the Celtics were our biggest rivals. And they're really annoying. They're really obnoxious. They're from Boston. I'm from New York. Boston and New York don't like each other. I hate Boston. I hate it. I hate the city. I hate the teams. Just do not like Boston. I'm not going to say I hate the fans because I met some that are pretty cool, but for majority, I hate the fans too. They got the Patriots, and the Patriots I hate a lot. I hate every team that they have, Boston. I hate the Celtics, I hate the Patriots, and I definitely hate the Red Sox because I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan in baseball, and the Red Sox, they beat us twice. Yeah, I don't hate the Rockets fan base that much. I don't like James Harden. I don't. Yeah, people forget. They started this big three nonsense. And Boston is good all the time. I want Boston to go through like a sucking phase in sports like they used to. Like when the Red Sox couldn't win. They couldn't win at one time. Now they're so good. I mean, not this year, but just in general. And Patriots are amazing. I want Patriots to stop winning. Pen Quickers on your channel. I don't have one like that. I don't have a P1 Eagles UK. Least favorite NBA player? Oh my god. Least favorite NBA player. It probably is James Harden. I just cannot stand the way he plays. He's so much better than the way he plays. He hogs the ball a lot, and Chris Paul even called him a ball hog, and he also gets the way he plays. He just stretches his arms out and gets a foul call. Like it's just annoying the way he plays. I think James Harden. Yeah, James Harden is the one, and LeBron James. And LeBron James is because they keep talking about this guy, and I'm tired of him. I don't think he's that good anymore. I think he's past his prime, and I think he's just okay now. LeBron is just okay, and people need to realize that. Yeah, they were built through trades. I know. It still annoys me, Zane Winder. I don't care. Patrick Beverly, KD, Draymond. I don't hate KD, but I can understand why you hate him because of the OKC thing. Um, Draymond is annoying. I agree with you on that one. Melo, I don't like either that much. Boogie, I love Boogie Cousins. I think he's hilarious. Uh, Patrick Beverly, don't really have an issue with him at all either. James Harden looks like, whoa, Colby, that's not nice. Come on. Harden is my most hated player, and he also left OKC, but it wasn't. OKC could have been a dynasty if they could have kept Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They would have been a dynasty. They would have won championships left and right with that team. My favorite player, Donovan Mitchell. Least favorite, Ben Simmons. I do not understand the Ben Simmons hate. I think it's only because he won Rookie of the Year, but that's not his fault. But okay. Zaza, too. I like Zaza. He brings like a toughness. That's what I like about Zaza. I like players that fight in the NBA. I like those players. I want to see more of those players. They have a lot of fans. Red Sox have a lot of fans. Go to some of these streams and you just see these Red Sox fans that are really obnoxious and really annoying. They're all over. I don't care. I like dirty players. They make NBA interesting. I don't like clean, boring players. I like dirty players who knock players to the ground. That's what I used to love about the Bad Boy Pistons. They used to destroy Michael Jordan. They used to knock Michael Jordan down to the ground. They used to knock down Scottie Pippen. I don't know. I enjoy physical basketball. I love physical basketball. We don't have that anymore. Now, if you touch a guy like this, it's like a foul for 3 days or something. I think it's all good as long as you don't like hit him in the crotch like Draymond does. But otherwise, it's all good in my book. Ben Simmons plays. I have never seen a hater on Ben Simmons till you came along, Zane Winder. Ben Simmons is a really nice guy. You was joking about one the other night. I don't know what you're talking about, Eagles. Patrick Beverly with Russ. No, that would be stupid. Yeah. Oh, the rivalry, yeah. That rivalry, I like it. I like rivalries. It makes NBA interesting. You know, I like dirty players somewhat, But when you kick people in the nuts, that's a little too far for me. But I don't mind a guy knocking a guy to the floor or putting his feet under a guy's. But it's not cool that one because that's kind of get him injured. But I like fights. I wish NBA would allow a little bit of fighting. Like that's what makes hockey kind of interesting. They have fighting. I like physicalness. When we play basketball in the park, it's very rough. It's not like this NBA where you get touched and it's like you go to the line. It slows down the game and it's boring. I want to see physical. I want to see physical stuff in basketball. There's no physicality in basketball. He was rude to Mitchell. Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta watch that. Well, if you're not good in basketball, the way to get good is to be physical. And that's what Patrick Beverley does. He's very physical. He's a scrapper. He plays good defense. And he does that because, yeah, I don't mind what he does. He's just not good offensive player, so he works hard on his defense. And the only way for him to work hard on his defense is be annoying and be a little bit dirty, as you would say, Carl. Why do you think the big man is not important anymore? Because there's no physicality as well. Not only that the three-point is so important, you just can't even touch a player. Shaq back in the day was like elbowing people and nobody said anything. It was all okay. But now if he did that, he would have been like fined forever and like technicals and stuff. There's too many fouls. There's too many penalties in basketball. It slows the game down. There's too much reviewing too. I've realized this about the NBA. They review too many calls now. It's like, dude, let's have some human error. It's okay. Stephen A. hates the Cowboys too. I hate the Cowboys too. I agree with this hatred. He's allowed to hate whoever he wants, Karam. That's a personal thing. I know Marc Gasol hits those threes. Marc Gasol, he's starting to finally play well. That's what they need. I hate the fans too. That's okay. You can hate the fans. There's a few fans that I like that are supporters of this channel, but otherwise I don't like Dallas Cowboys fans. No, I didn't get to see that movie yet, Rogers. Because I saw Godzilla, I have not seen that yet. I like how Brandon Rogers, he only comes into... Yo, Brandon Rogers, you are so weird, I swear. If I'm doing a movie stream, you talk basketball. Football or sports. And if I'm doing... if I'm... if I'm doing a sports stream, you want to talk about movies. You always do this. I don't understand why. DeMar DeRozan is probably in a room crying. Oh, hell yeah. He could have been in the finals. But... that was a big trade that made a big difference. Kyle Lowry needs to play better as well. He played horribly in Game 1. I won't tell you if Godzilla sucked because you need to watch the review that's coming out very soon, Brandon Rogers. Are you serious? The head coach tore his Achilles? What? I mean, like, it doesn't really matter for the head coach, but that's a pretty funny story if that's true. Wow, it's actually true. He tore his Achilles from playing basketball. Wow, that is funny. No, I just read up on it right now as soon as you told me. The coach tore his Achilles. Wow. Packers head coach. It is a funny situation. He was playing basketball and he tore his Achilles. But he's a coach, so it's okay. Not going to make a difference about the Packers season. Yeah, I want to stick to basketball, though. If we could. I will do an NFL. You know, one night I'll do an NFL talk so we could get this NFL out of our system. But right now, let's stick to basketball. Yeah, so there's a lot of players that I'm interested in. I wonder where Kemba Walker is going to go. Is he going to really stay in Charlotte? Because I think he wants to win. I don't think he wants to stay there. I don't know. I hear conflicting reports about this now. Then again, I heard that he wants to stay, so we'll see. I really hoped he would leave, though. If they give him a max deal, he's definitely going to stay there. And I think they will. But will the Hornets pay him all that money? I don't know. Pascal Siakam was the MVP of Game 1. He was the best player. He was better than Kawhi. He was amazing. And he played so well to the point where it was like, man, how good is this guy? Is he another superstar now? He played amazing. And for the Raptors to win, they're going to need him to continue that. Yeah, Crumb, I watched the Knicks play basketball, even though they suck. I watch them sometimes. I watch a lot of teams in basketball. Maybe when the season starts, I'll call some OKC games for you, Karam. We'll see. Maybe. Oh, they'll play the Magic, so then I could definitely call that. It'll be really interesting. They're not blacked out in my area. I'm just a Magic fan, so why would they be blacked out? I don't understand what you mean. Pascal Siakam is the MVP of the series, and yeah. I live in New York. Yes, Karam. Siakam got those long arms and is a great defender. Yeah, but I think Draymond Green in Game 2 will come back with the vengeance. He has to. Golden State has to win this game. It's very important for them. And I think they will do it because they're the best team in the finals I've ever seen in a long time. Oh, no, they're not blacked out. I get to see Knicks and Nets games all the time. I see them all the time. They show, okay, so in New York, they show the Knicks games on MSG, which I have the channel, and they show the Nets game on Yes Network, which I also have the channel. So I can watch Knicks and Nets games all the time with no issue. Oh, that was great when Linsanity was happening. He's nothing now, but he used to be really, really good for the Knicks at one time. Anyway, guys, I'm getting tired. I really enjoyed. Shaquille O'Neal is my favorite Magic player of all time. Eagles, UK. Tracy McGrady is my second favorite Magic. Actually, no, that's not even true. My second favorite Magic is Dwight Howard, even though he left us. And then third is Tracy McGrady, because Dwight Howard played really well for us, and I will never ever forget that. Dwight Howard took the Orlando Magic to an NBA Finals. Tracy McGrady used to lose in the first round all the time. And it's not his fault. He didn't really have that great of a team because Grant Hill was always injured, and we didn't get Tim Duncan. We were so close to getting Tim Duncan. But Doc Rivers messed it up by saying, "Hey, Tim Duncan, your family can't travel with us." That was the only thing he wanted, was his family to be able to travel on the team plane. I would have said, okay, sure, they can. That's why Doc Rivers is annoying me, man. I can watch Mavs in Dallas. Yeah, I can watch. There's nothing blacked out here in New York. I can see all those games. Yeah, so I just want to wrap this up. I'm tired. I'm sleepy as hell. Really looking forward to game 2. And so, good night, all. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for supporting this channel. Like the stream if you haven't. Hit the bell if you haven't. And let's try to make this one of the best sports channels. It's new, and it's only as good as the followers that we have. So I would say thank you, Zane Winder, Kurum, Eagles, and a lot of people that support this channel. Everybody that was here, Taylor S., Papi Chulo, Chad, all you guys are awesome, Chris Senor, and everybody who supports this channel. If I forgot you, I want to thank you for being here. So have a good night, everybody, and Sports Critic is out. Peace.